Let's welcome into the stage Pete LePage.
Good morning. So I'm going to sort of set this up right off the bat. I'm trying something a little bit new. I've never actually run my presentation in Internet Explorer before, and I'm running it in Internet Explorer 8 Beta 2. So this could get interesting. So my name's Pete LePage. I'm a product manager at Microsoft, and I live in Developer Division. Developer Division is where we keep all of our developer products, so things like Visual Studio, the .NET Framework, anything that is specifically for developers. Internet Explorer is a Windows product. It doesn't live in Developer Division. So I'm this sort of weird little kid who lives in a completely different area of the world than the product I work with. But the reason we've done that is because Internet Explorer really has some very important developer aspects to it. Those aspects being things like, most of our users end up creating websites and do software and website development. So we spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to make things a lot better. IE7 came out about 2 years ago. IE8 Beta 2 just came out, I guess, probably about 2 weeks ago, and we're working towards getting it the final build out. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about some of the features that we've got in Internet Explorer 8 Beta 2. At this point, Beta 2 is feature complete. So you're not going to see any new features coming out between now and the time we ship the final version. What you will see is bug fixes and minor tweaks to the way some things behave. At this point, you can start testing Internet Explorer 8 with your websites. All right, so let's hop in here. There we go. All right, so like I said, we have two very specific groups who we try and keep happy with Internet Explorer. We've got users on one side and developers on the other. With users, they're looking for a specific set of criteria. They want the web to be safe. They want to know that when they're putting their banking information in, they're not going to some phishing website and plugging in the wrong information. They want to know that the web just works and that they're getting the latest and greatest stuff that they would use anywhere. With developers, they want the same thing, right? They want to know that they've got the latest and greatest. They want to know that websites are just going to work. They're not going to have to fight to get the layout to be exactly the same from one browser to another or from one version to another. So really, they both want the same things, though in a slightly different way. So we started looking at, what are our priorities for IE8? And the first thing that we always look at is security, right? Security is one of the absolute topmost priorities for Internet Explorer. So we've done a bunch of things. Domain name highlighting. So I'm going to just pop over to Twitter over here. If you have a look at the address bar up in Twitter, you'll notice that the Twitter is darker than the rest of the text. That's going to tell you what domain you're on. Now imagine that I'm going to my banking site, or I get an email from my banking site, and I click on the link in the email, and it takes me to www.mybank.fishingsite.com. .fishingsite.com is going to be bold. It's going to stand out to me, but more importantly, it's going to stand out to my mom, right? Think about the my mom of the internet, right? Because my mom doesn't understand phishing. She sees something and she gets told to enter her credit card number and her little security code, and she does. But when she looks at that and says, phishing site, that's not my bank, she'll know right off the bat that that's not the site she's going for.
Let's welcome into the stage Pete LePage.